chapter 9, verses 1 through 7 is judgment against Israel's enemies. I'm going to start by reading verse 8. But I will camp around my house because of an army, because of him who passes by and returns, and no oppressor will pass over them anymore. For now I have seen with my eyes. So this great army that Zechariah is prophesying about is the coming rising power of the Macedonians. This is the Greek army campaigned by Alexander the Great. Now Alexander conquered the Persians in 332 BC and devastated the cities named in verses 1 through 7 in the order in which they are named, and he spared Jerusalem, just as we read in verse 8. So Zechariah was written during the Persian period, during Persian rule. This prophecy was fulfilled about 200 years after Zechariah. You can study the Greek period, the time of Alexander the Great. It's just awesome to see this Bible prophecy fulfilled. So verses 1 through 7 prophesies judgment on the enemies of Israel and the deliverance of Jerusalem in verse 8. Verse 9, the text shifts to another conqueror. So in contrast with the conqueror Alexander comes another figure of a king and deliverer, Israel's own king. This speaks of the Advent, the first coming of Christ. It's also our highlighted verse, so go back in your Bible and highlight this verse. So I'm going to go ahead and read verse 9. This is how the king would present himself. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout in triumph, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, your king is coming to you. He is just and endowed with salvation, humble and mounted on a donkey, even on a colt, the foal of a donkey. So another prophecy fulfilled on the day of the triumphal entry when Jesus rode into Jerusalem on the colt of a donkey. This is the only occasion that Jesus presented himself as king. Verse